G'day guys, Smith City here for Smith City Product Review as well. Back after a long drive, went to Canberra and caught up with Brit and had some pizza on one of the lookouts, which is fantastic. It was really nice just to hear her sort of talk about sort of her town and sort of the different things in the scenery of the landscape that we're looking at, and went for a bit of a walk, and that was really, really nice. And then I just continued to go to the other one, the other lookout, and that's obviously a bit further up the hill. I really, really love that drive up the hill there, and that lookout was spectacular. A bit more crowded, but the sort of landscape was spectacular, and obviously being higher up, or it felt like being higher up, yeah, it was just a really, really nice view. And so, yeah, then I went to Good Berries in Belconnen. I think that would be the next, the previous video that gets uploaded. Then drove to ACT Basketball. That's a very, very tiny stadium compared to the one we got back in my neck of the woods in Melbourne. And yeah, it was just nice sort of just to drive by and have a bit of a look, and had some people come out, obviously in their basketball gear, males and females sort of come out. So they must have been open men's and open women's basketball on a, what even is today? Thursday? Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Fridays when I check out. Yeah, so Thursday. But I'm here reviewing another one of Brit's beers that she got me in my little Chrissy pack. Mango Tango, XPA, Capital Brewing Co. It hasn't been in the fridge. I didn't think I was going to do a review when I got back here before I left, so I didn't put anything in the fridge. So I do have ice in there. So all you beer purists that don't agree with ice in a glass, you can jump on the bandwagon of the person that doesn't like my accent, and that can be one reason why you hate me. So anyway, here we go. Crack it in. I just feel like this is probably a beer that probably deserves to be cold. So, you know, some of your IPAs and sort of different style beers, like taking the chill off the can, it actually opens up a lot of the flavour. This one being mango, I feel like just it being sort of icy cold would probably do it a bit more justice than pouring it straight from the can. Well, the can wasn't warm, but it definitely wasn't cold. So here it is. You can definitely smell the mango straight up. Nice glass that I chose out of the cabinet. I haven't used these ones. I've been using the other style ones, or the wine glasses if I've been having any here. So what is it? It's 1.5 Standos. It fits in there quite nicely. Don't want to read off the back. So 1.5, what does that make it? Just flat 5% ABV. And yeah, so obviously from Capital, and into my pelican light mouth it goes. Cheers, Brit. Definitely deserves to be cold. The ice has done it justice. That's delicious. That is really, really delicious. It's interesting that this is in the pack that Brit got me, and Hard Road Brewing's just, and that they're the beers I gave her, have brought out a mango goes, and yeah, this is really good. This is naughty. when you're drinking whiskey, I like whiskey or scotch or even bourbon or rum. Not that I have those a lot, but when I do, I like them neat. And I just prefer it that way. Obviously, I feel like if you chuck a whole heap of ice blocks in there and pour the spirit, whatever, the straight spirit's more sort of a sip and savor sort of experience. And depending on how much ice you'd put in, that experience would water it down somewhat, and change the sort of the flavor profile of what you're drinking. But in terms of a beer, you drink it a lot quicker, so I don't think the ice is doing any damage. Watering it down, it's definitely made it a lot cooler. So much really to report. Like, I don't think I sniffed it, other than smelling it from the pour, saying it smells like mango. There's not real any other sort of, before I read off the back, I'll just see if I can sort of locate any other flavours or any other notes. Maybe like a slight bitterness of like lime or lemon rind. That's probably about it, really. So I'll read off the back. Like sipping on a Bob Marley song. Glad they said it. Glad it finished with song and not just like sipping on Bob Marley. While driving on a beach at sunset. This Mango XPA strikes a lovely balance of zesty bitterness, which is what I just said on the back end, and tropical sweetness. I wouldn't say it's overly sweet. It depends what you think mango is. Like, yeah, sometimes mango can be sort of like juicy and tangy, like, but not necessarily sweet. Tropical sweetness fruit. Oh, sorry. I don't have that light on because it would glare too much on my face. So I've got that one, but it means I can't really read the can. I'll go over here. Tropical sweetness from the big hit of fruit and some hefty dry hopping. It definitely is dry. It's a beer that dances across the palate and excites the senses. This is fantastic. I'd love it on a tap. I would absolutely love that on tap. Yeah, great. This is fantastic. So it's interesting. So different to the beer. Is it beer or brew manatee? Cold XPA. Two completely different styles of XPA, and I prefer this much better. Drinkability is a 10, and rating is also a 10. So no, I didn't rate the red nut a 10. So a 9.8 and a 10 for the two beers that Britt's got me. That's pretty good. And glad I'm finishing off my trip here with some better beers. Obviously some other ones I drank here, the Airbnb, were a bit more indifferent, which, you know, not necessarily bad, but yeah, not like, I've done over 500 videos now on YouTube. Not all of them have been beer, but a good portion of them have been. I want to say probably half have been. And then the stuff on my Instagram as well, as I've consumed a lot of beer, not in a small window in a big window of like the last 3 years, and so I've got a sort of a catalogue in my head of, you, if you will, of beers and where they sit within what I like and what I don't like, and that isn't really style specific, but this is definitely a 10 out of 10. You know how I know that it's a 10? So I'm starting to get depressed. A little bit depressed that I've only got one of those cans and it's nearly finished. That's how you know that it's a 10. Oh. Fantastic.